Well, it's John Black, Super Chemist again. Still on Pastafarian Rules. That's the name of the playlist. And where are we at? Why you pay your electric bill before you pay your neighbor's electric bill. Okay, you don't pay your electric bills from your neighbor if you can't pay your own. All right, that's a commandment. Now, why are the two reasons why? If I pay my bill, all right, I keep my electric on, I keep my job, I keep everything in my life goes right or stays good. Then if I have extra maybe next week, I can help my neighbor get their electric bill turned back on, okay? But if I do it the other way around, I pay their bill first, mine gets turned off, right? Maybe that leads to something else that happens, right? Which leads to something else, which leads to something else. Before you know it, you're homeless because you help someone else instead of helping yourself. Now, your neighbor, 6 months later, a year later, he can't pay his electric bill again. But you ain't there to help him. So now he ends up being in the same place as you are. Because he ends up losing, one thing leads to another, loses the electric, his food goes out, now he needs money for that. He goes over to get food, his car breaks down, it's just everything always leads to one thing to another. And now you have two people. It's just like this mask falling in a jet plane. You put the other person's, you put your mask on first, then theirs. Because the other way around, it can go bad. But this way, it goes good. Might go bad for that one person, but it might, you have better statistics that way, okay? And what's the second reason why I say this, okay? Because that's how God says this is how you're going to get, past capitalism to the next step. And the next step is not communism, okay? God hates communism because it's a lie. But there's something better than capitalism, okay? And all you have to do, and this is the evolution of governments or countries, okay? One country, if you want all the countries, because there's no such thing as a utopia, okay? You'll never have, get rid of crime and get rid of mental whatever. You always have some, no matter how perfect society is and everyone's perfect, someone will be born that's, a serial killer or, just screwed up person. You know what I mean? It's just inevitable when you have 8 billion people on a planet. Then a small percentage are going to be born all screwed up. They're trying to screw up society for everybody, you know what I mean? But the evolution is, and we don't, like in America, we want to help all these other countries, but we are not succeeding, see? The way you're supposed to do it, you have a bunch of countries, right, like which we do right now, right? And when one country finally figures it out, right, then that country gets rid of all their homelessness, all their crime. And when I say all, I mean all as much as you can. You know what I mean? Down to the bare minimum of what a society should have when it comes to crime and bad things. You know what I mean? I lost my train of thought. So once that first country figures it out, then, like right now, we have 100 million, billion homeless people in the United States, and yet we opened up our borders to have 10 million, 15 million homeless people come in from third world countries. And we're supposed to take care of them? We didn't even figure out how to take care of the 100 million, say the 15 million, or say the 10 million people that we have right now that are homeless. I don't know what it is. Or say 15, since there's how many illegals are going to come in under Biden. So say we have 15 million, right? I lost my train of thought. But when that first country figures it out, he can help. Then it can spread it on to the next countries, and that's how you do it. Okay. So when you have a country, you don't help It's one thing to help them a little bit, but like the United States, we basically, every country in the whole world is getting like, $100 million a year off of us or more. It's like, what the hell? But we can't help we need to help our people first, figure out a system that works, and then we will have extra money. And we can give it to the next country to help them become what we are. And then we got two countries now that figured it out. And they can help out the third country. And so on and so forth. Till the whole world has this same system that you will figure out. But you can only have this system under Pastafarian religion. Because if you have any other religion, like the woke religion, the Christian religion, they'll always go against these rules. And these rules, I'm telling you right now, is how to build a society. Okay? Without them, you have nothing. You will never, your country will never evolve to that highest plane of existence for a country to be. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. No cheating. Never pay your bills. Why? Never put this is a highly, it's way up there on the list of something that's important. Never put emotions above facts. Okay. Let me give every problem in the world has been caused by emotion over facts. Decisions made by emotions over facts. Let me give an example of emotions over facts and how it's destroying our society. What happens when you do that? When you start doing that, see, I'll get into that later, but that's a sign of a matriarchy. But anyways, like an example that would be like, this age thing that they keep calling ageism, and I want to punch everyone in the face just doing this, even though it's unpastafarian. You shouldn't do that. But, they'll say Biden or even Trump, they're both old, right? But Biden's really, jeez. and he's old. He's 80 years old, right? Or 81, whatever he is. And they're saying that his age doesn't matter. And the right will say, it's not his age that matters. What matters is his, his capability or whatever, his cognitive abilities. And the left says, oh, no, you're just being ageist, because, he's old. Hey, when you're old, that doesn't mean nothing, okay? Okay, first of all, the woke side is totally moronic. But I want you to see how the right is also just as moronic almost, because they will not admit that age has something to do with it, okay? Let me tell you something. An average man lives, 73 years old? Somewhat 71, somewhere around there in the United States. So that means once you're 71, on your 70, let's just say it's 71 years. You can Google it. I don't know what it is. But somewhere around there. For a man. Woman lives longer. But let's say that it's your 71st birthday. What does that mean? That means at the day after your birthday, let's say on your birthday. On your birthday, that means you have a 50-50 chance of dying when you wake up. You're going to wake up dead. You got a 50-50 chance of waking up alive, and you have a 50-50 chance of waking up dead. Okay? Now, why doesn't that, a common sense person, even a child can figure this out. If you're 80 years old, if it's 70, right, or 71 or whatever, if you have a 50-50 chance of waking up dead, what is the chances of that you're going to wake up dead when you're 80? What is it? You got 99% chance that you're going to wake up dead tomorrow, and 1% chance you're going to wake up alive. And then the next day, it's the same thing. You got a 99% chance of dying and 1%. For 4 years, every day that guy wakes up, he's got a 99%, I don't know what the exact percentage is, but he's got like a 99% chance of dying. And everyone says, yeah, we shouldn't take that into consideration. No. It's all about his cognitive abilities. I don't care if his cognitive, even Trump. I want Trump in there. He's a symbol, so he has to be put in, and I'll get into that in other later days or whatever videos. But even Trump is too old. Trump is like, what, 77 or something like that? This man has like an 80% chance of waking up dead every day that he wakes up for the next 4 years if he's president. Every day. And every day it even actually gets more, because by the 4 years later, it's going to be like 85%, 90% chance of him dying when he goes to sleep. You know what I mean? How is that? And you're an ageist? You're racist? You're transphobic? If you say that, hey, a 70-year-old is too old to be in Congress. A person that has a 50% chance of waking up dead every day of his life, that's not good for, no. You should not have your leader of the free country, the number one free country in the world. No, you don't want a leader that has a 50% chance of dying. That's like getting a 30-year-old, right? Or 20-year-old, 25-year-old. We make him president. Every day we say, hey, we're gonna flip this coin, and if it comes up heads, we're gonna shoot you in the head. If it comes up tails, we're gonna let you live, and we're gonna do that to you every day of your presidency. Everyone would be like, no, we can't have a president doing that. You got 50% chance of him dying every day? No, that's crazy. But for some reason, if someone says, I don't want no old idiot in there, it's too old, and it has a chance of a very statistically high probability of dying each and every day during his 4-year thing. You're putting emotion over, you know what I mean? Here's another one. Is a 9-month-old pregnant woman fat? Okay. Yes. She's fat. But you will have people that will argue with you till the cows come home that woman is not fat. Okay. Having a reason to be fat and having a good reason to be fat, none of that matters. Fat is fat. There's no shame in it. You not admitting that the 9-month-old pregnant person is fat, you doing that's actually you're the one putting the shame on the fatness. Not me saying they're fat, because I'm just saying they're fat. This is a fact. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying it is. But that's one thing we want to, that is like way up there when it comes to rules, when it comes to the Pastafarian religion. Never put emotions above facts. And I'm going to go into that. That's going to be it's going to come up a lot. Never embrace communism or a global government like UN or a global army like NATO. God is dead set against these. He says they never work out. They'll never work out ever. Anything, because what it is like a global government. They're too big. It's just too big. And nobody can really watch these people if you get a global government. Even the federal government should not have as much power as it has. And I'll get into that. I think I'm running out of time here. So I guess I'm going to call this a day. I'm glad I made it this far, though, because it's been like 9 days since I did a video. But like 3 days ago, man, the last 3 days, I woke up and the guy that says he's God in my dream, he comes in the last couple seconds. He comes in real quick and his face to my face says, "Get up and do it!" And then I get up, I jump out of bed and I'm like, ah! So the third time, so I did 2 videos now. So I have one today for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll keep doing the videos. But means I'll have a great day and have a Pastafarian life. Oh!